Give me a gun, 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 give me a gun. Ah! Yes, baby! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. I'm Bushka, and today, well, thanks first and foremost for coming along and watching the channel. Really appreciate it. You're wonderful humans. We've got a new t-shirt coming out soon. Keep your eyes peeled for that. That's going to pop. I've also got some third-person perspective videos coming up. Enjoy that. That's going to pop. But today, I want to add on to the video I did yesterday, which was on Final Circle. The reason you keep dying in Final Circle. And the premise that I put forward was that because you don't stack the odds far enough in your favor, you do not go and find the best piece of real estate on the map and own it. And so what I want to do right now is talk to you about that whole idea, but show you the actuality of it. So here you can see I'm coming into a Final Circle, and I'm really getting the work done early. I always preach going from hardcover to hardcover. I heard some shots fired from over that direction earlier, so I'm making sure I can see someone moving along there, but I don't take the shot. I mean, it'd be pretty incredible if that went in, like, through some trees and everything at 300 meters. So, yeah, better off not doing that. And then I'm just working the numbers down here. Now, I know where I'd like to go. I'd like to get to that area directly to my north, but I'm going from hardcover to hardcover to do it. And you can see I'm almost bumping into the trees to make sure that I actually am covered off on every single part of the map, like as much as possible. And it's something, if you're wondering why I'm doing it, it's because if you're behind a tree, it's much harder to blow you up, right? So I'm intentionally running into stuff, like I'm moving to the thing and hitting it. And it's a good way of ensuring that you are actually making use of every single piece of cover on the map. And it doesn't hurt you. It's not like you're copying anything. So we know there was someone off to our northwest. We saw him through the trees. We've got inside the circle. We're right on the edge of the circle. And what I'm going to do here is just sit down and think and figure out exactly where I need to go from here. A bot's going to turn up. That's all right, Buddy McBoddison. We're not going to claim you as any great freak of nature kill. And I'm watching the circle, and I'm watching behind me, making sure that I understand if anyone is getting pushed into the zone. And I'm particularly worried. Look at me checking out those big open sections of the map directly north of me. It's not a fun place, right? And you can see lots and lots of open ground between me and safety if the circle goes away from me, which it is invariably going to do because, you know, good game. As if the circle's going to hug me up here nice and close in the best spot on the map already. Wouldn't be much of a video if I just sat in this house and farmed people down. Now, I've already done a sniping video about how I like to use the 3x scope. I think it's the best scope in the game for actually scouting and surveying the area. It shows great magnification. It's a lovely blend of both magnification and giving you a lot of screen space to still see. A couple of people in the comments on those sniper vids said Choco Taco tells us to use the red dot. PC, I mean, the guy's a freak, but PC, like, he's playing on a 28-inch screen, dudes. Like, there's a reason he can use a red dot and see everything. It's because the screen is freaking enormous, right? If you're doing that on mobile, it's not so easy, especially if you're on a telephone, man. That's like a tiny little bit of real estate. And on the telephone, it actually might be better to use a different scope. I talked to a couple of people about that, and reading the community section is pretty important to me. So thanks very much for the feedback, and I included it and incorporated it in the ongoing tilt. And I'm going to show you something here. This is me thinking about this really nasty bit of crossing I've got coming up and how I want to get my work done early. So a lot of people have been asking me, what do I mean by getting the work done early? And it's pretty simple. For me, the best bit of real estate on the entire map is right here. Okay, those houses there inside the next circle, and they're very, very likely to be inside the circle after that. The problem I have is that there is a lot of open ground between me and there, as well as a bunch of houses here, which I'm not 100% are actually clear. Now, what I want to do is move from cover to cover, but I can't go straight across like that or like that, because to get to the short sides of the circle, where the circle is moving slower, like over here or over here, would mean coming all the way through a lot of open ground. So I'm going to go hard cover to there, And then after I've done that, I'm going to move through this forested area here, down to the next bit of hard cover. Actually through along the road there, into this area here. And then I am going to push across into these houses there. Now I make a conscious decision to do this. You can see me marking the map right here. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm planning ahead. I'm thinking, where am I going to go to get to this final circle? It's really important. Let's get it done, and let's get it done smart and fast. And as you can see, that's exactly what happens. Now the circle obviously is a fickle mistress, and she doesn't do me any favors here. You can work as hard as you want, right? And the circle will still hold you accountable for making bad decisions. And I really like the position I put myself in, but then the circle moves again and I've got to completely recalibrate, which I do. Again, we're pushing into the houses just like we said we would, hard cover to hard cover. If there's no hard cover, I'm running through a bush because, you know, is that going to help me rather than playing straight out in the middle of the open snowfield? It might. So I do it anyway. Anything that gives you an edge. If you can have a 10% chance of surviving or an 11% chance of surviving, I'll take the 11%. Hey, so if you can give me a tiny little edge, like just running through a bush that's not even going to stop a bullet, that's what I'll do. Now, the circle decides to screw me. But because we run in on the very, very edge of the circle, we're here well before time. And we have got such a long time to plan out our next move. Now, I can hear movement off the southwest here. There's 5 other people left. There's at least 2 squads left, obviously, if there's 5 people. And I'm just waiting, seeing if someone's going to get into a firefight as they compress into the zone from the other side of the map. Because remember, there were people on the other side of the map running around. I saw someone. I didn't take that shot way back when I was running in towards that house on the edge of the circle. So that's why one of the big reasons I chose the eastern flank was I knew that there was definitely someone on the western side of the map. And it was a good choice. Just these educated guesses are the things that will really work in your favor. And then you can be a little bit sneaky, as I'm about to be here. Now, the circle has said, hey, buddy, you're in the wrong spot. That's fine. I mean, I've done the best I could. I put myself in the best position I could. You can see that UUB guy has knocked someone over there in one squad. He gets wiped, completely wiped. And then someone kills him outright. So I'm pretty certain that there's probably a squad of 2 or 3 people left. I think it's going to be a 3-person squad. I go out there, and what I'm trying to do here is actually catch the guy that just cleared that target. And lo and behold, we find him. Now, I talk in the video that I did yesterday about the reason you keep dying in Final Circle, about recalibrating or going and having a look from another position if you don't really like where you're at. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go up to the tallest part of the map. I'm pretty sure if that guy's running from there, and if he's in a squad of 3, again, this is an educated guess, then they are all going to be down there to my northwest, okay? So I'm watching this circle to see if anyone's running in, if I can hear anything. Absolutely not. So now I'm going to be a little bit deceitful. I'm going to take 2 smokes. I switch up to a 2x scope, getting ready for a close quarters encounter. Chuck the smokes in a direction that I have no intention of going, and start pushing down here towards the house and further around. You're going to see when I come out of this, the guy that I knocked is actually behind the tree directly to my east. He thinks that I'm coming at the top edge of the map and straight down through there. Obviously, that is not the case. And because of that, there's actually 2 guys left. One of them's going to die in the play zone. I'm nearly certain that they weren't sure where I was. They thought I was still way up above them to the south side of the map, and they're waiting for me to come down through there, and they're smoked up, so I know there's one of them is there at the actual rock. The other one was stuck up the top. He's running in through the play zone now, and he's going to actually pass out as he comes in. We use the rock for cover. There's the play zone death. Knocked on the play zone and killed the last bloke. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Just a really straightforward talk through getting the work done early and giving yourself the best chance at that chicken dinner. I love your work. Thank you so much for watching the videos. I don't know why you do. You're beautiful people. And until next time, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.